With another reading. I had to go put my hoodie on, y'all. It's cold. Cold. I almost want to put the heat on in the house. You know what I mean? It's like 69 degrees in here. That's kind of cold to me. You know what I mean? So, mhm. But anyway, this is going to be a reading for Capricorn. We're going to be seeing what's going on. We got first house. So, your personality traits. We're going to see. This could also be your physical appearance, how you're starting to show up to people. What's up, kitty? How you're starting to show up to people. We got sextile. And we got, oh no, we got opposition. And we got faded. All right. So you guys have to make a choice soon on some of the things that you guys have been working on. All right. But also, Saturn being here is that you guys maybe are having to call on your ambition or having to call on your, it's ambition, but it's more than that. Having to call on your ambition or self discipline. Discipline, Capricorn, discipline. All right, you guys are gonna be getting communication soon from somebody who you guys may have put a boundary up with, or somebody who put a boundary up with you guys. Somebody else could be like a boss or a manager, or just could be like somebody who like takes you very seriously. You guys are fated to have this interaction or have this conversation that's coming. This could even be because we got third house here. These could be people who you. Oh, I seen first house earlier, and then I seen third house. Oh. All right, so a couple things are happening here too. So your first house and your third house go together, right? They're going together for your personality, your appearance, the way that you're communicating, and then the way that you show you, like the way. So the people who see you, or the people who you like, like maybe you're taking on characteristics of the people who are around you guys. You know what I mean? In terms of like maybe being more disciplined, maybe being more structured, or people around you guys are like you guys are sharing in that energy. But I kind of feel like you guys are meeting somebody who's going to be giving you that. And because the opposition is here, which means that this may be a chance to let, okay, this is very similar to Libra. That's why all this, those two signs. So even if you guys don't have Libra, you guys might also want to check that out too. Hey, good morning, y'all. You guys might want to check that out too because Libra also had opposition, but it was just in a different way. But this is very similar story where they're starting off with like having somebody take the lead. So with Libra, it was like they may take the lead. You know what I mean? But it could be in verse too because it's Libra, so it could go either which way. But anyway, you guys are about to be either teaming up or partnering up or becoming maybe more social friendly with somebody who's like in maybe boss position or leadership position. At least somebody who you're fated to meet. So you're gonna be learning something from them, and they're gonna be learning from you. You guys are gonna be exchanging ideas, sharing. So somebody else maybe like a workplace thing. All right. Here we go. We got. Let's use these. Where y'all was at in Libra? I was needing y'all because we had I don't know who it was. I don't know who was in Libra outside of Shay. I was like, who are these people? Who are these people? One somebody called me Onk. That got me. It was like who Onk talking to? I was like, what? Who Onk? Who's Onk? Caught me off guard. Caught me off guard, but it's all good. Anyway, so we got all right. So you guys could be changing your mind. There's a compromise. So if it's a past person, you guys are gonna be having a conversation to kind of clear things up, clear the air between you. Could be with the Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio. So they maybe want to sacrifice for y'all. So even if it's like a leadership or a job position, somebody's gonna be stepping their integrity up to help y'all. All right. You were so on point with the last Capricorn reading. I do my best. You guys are learning something from the people that you're around. So even if they're not necessarily like teaching it to you, it's going to come through conversations and whatever's going on around you, you're going to be learning from them. You know what I mean? So like I said, some of y'all may be learning to restrict yourselves or create boundaries or have like a sense of like personal strength that you may be honing in on because of the people that are around. They're going to be listening to you a lot more too. You'll be listening to others a lot more too. Like communication is going to be a big thing for y'all, so you guys are maybe fated to have to like talk to people a lot more. But the people that you guys are talking to are people who are like respected. They may have different views than y'all, but like they'll also be willing to sacrifice some of their values, some of their principles, some of their like expectations for you. You know what I mean? So this could even be like getting special privileges in some way. You know what I mean? But like you have to allow somebody else to take the lead, or you have to allow like so y'all may be natural like born leaders. That's just the natural for Capricorn and for Leo and for Aries. But in this time, in this moment, it may be good to allow somebody else to take lead or allow like a social interaction to kind of like unfold. All right. So there's maybe somebody who also kind of some of y'all they may look up to y'all or they may admire y'all or you may look up to this person or admire this person. But whatever happens in the conversation that y'all have, they're going to be looking at you differently or be starting to see your perspective from a different angle. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, see your they'll be able to see your perspective. I don't know what I was thinking. Your view. They're going to be seeing your view from a different perspective, or being able to understand you from a different perspective. That could be it too, because third house could be people who you feel like seen by. This is usually where you find your first like where you start to feel like either you're attractive, start to feel like you're funny, start to feel like where you gain your confidence from them. The first and the third house, they're connected. So your personality and your natural traits. You guys are maybe having a big decision about like letting go of those certain traits or certain values, certain principles. And the same thing will be happening with the people that you're interacting with. Like these social interactions that you're having are going to be changing people's minds, and they're going to be changing their mind about you. So you may be getting a lot more communication in general, just talking a lot. You know what I mean? Or just people just want to have like random conversations, but they're serious conversations, but like you learn something from them. You know what I mean? It also inspires you. It also motivates you. You know what I mean? Like you can take the advice seriously because it's like coming with real concern. It's almost like a father figure, even if they're women that you're talking to. They're almost like a father figure. They're giving you the structure. They're giving you like guidance that you need. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I can respect what you're saying because it feels like they have integrity. So you're about to get acknowledgement or respect. Some of y'all could be in your career, or it could just be like around the people that you see regularly. You know what I mean? Where they may start respecting your boundaries. They may be expecting respecting your rules. Like maybe you have like little we can call them petty rules to maybe other people, but for you this is major. You know what I mean? So people will start like appreciating that or start like valuing that. So that's where I mean when I say that they may start like sacrificing for you. There we go. Yeah, it says head elf in charge, knowing your worth, being on. So without being on a list, or without being on like other people's time, you guys would be able to be more on like your time, or people would be more on your time. I got compromise here too, so that just means that like your way of doing things, it's like you're not going to be unacknowledged. So if you have needs, let's say in friendships, connections, jobs, work, whatever, you're able to communicate these things, and people are able to understand what you're saying. So it isn't even like, how like sometimes you can tell people like you need something and then people act like they don't need that they don't hear you, or they act like they're not really listening, or you know what I mean, or they act like they're like busy or doing some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people would be like responding to what you say, you know what I mean? Because it has like a sense of like, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna say integrity, but it's not that. It seems like it has a sense of like not just influence, but like I'm right. You know what I mean? So like people kind of carry it for face value. All right, what it says. So I guess you guys could be bossing. Yeah, it says bossing up, but it says power hat, killer bot, and a focused mind. So you guys could be like a triple threat soon in some way, whatever way that may be. What else was I looking for? Oh, I didn't do tarot. Huh. They say boundaries seem to be the word of the day. Breaking a piece and oh, okay, yeah, real shit. I'm with you. Hey y'all, good morning. So some of this communication could be happening on a Saturday. All right, we got the hangman in reverse, so that's again the same message. But you guys are also releasing a certain expectation, maybe unrealistic views or unrealistic expectations. Maybe when it comes to like meeting people, like sometimes you may have like strict boundaries or codes of like, let's say like maybe because Capricorn could be traditional, so maybe that's part of it too. Like maybe you guys are opposing certain traditions or certain like systems that were always like consistent for you, but like had become like a blockage, or they become like a constraint to where you can't really express or where you can't allow new stuff in. So you guys are now like maybe changing your perspective, and the people around you are changing their view about you as well. So we got 8 of cups here, and then 10 of cups. So so basically it's just you guys are recognizing like where you're going to be investing in too, like the right people to socialize with. So it's going to come with a new like I'm gonna call it a new code of conduct is what some of y'all are gonna be coming with. So like your interactions are going to be changing. Like you may be seeking more balance, or people are going to be seeking more balance with you. Like this could even be a test of like your integrity, or a test of your new boundaries. So maybe some of y'all are like, let's say like maybe you're changing the goalpost a little bit. Maybe you made it out like almost outrageous at one time, but now you're bringing it down to being more realistic, more practical. Like, do they have this, and this? Then they could be my friend, or they could be my lover, or they could be my business partner, or does this fit like the category of what I'm aiming towards? If it does, then I can go for that. I can compromise in that way. And people are going to be looking at the situations with you in that same light. 10 of swords and then 10 of cups. So you may have a lot of uncomfortable conversations with people that you care about, or people that you love, or people who feel like family, because third house is here, which are usually people who feel like family, siblings who feel like, I mean, cousins who feel like siblings, but also friends who feel like family, or people who you communicate with, over a course of time who feel like a community to you or feel like they're part of a neighborhood. So this could even be like neighbors. This could be just people who at one time there was just a blockage between us communicating or really getting our words out or really being able to express ourselves and feeling safe enough to do so. You're going to have another trust, another level of intimacy or like a deeper level of trust shortly with yourself though. So it may not be with the people, like y'all may not have like all this, like I can tell you everything, but like you'll have a deeper sense of like trusting in yourself and trusting in your own judgment. All right. So yeah, I guess you guys will also be getting communication from somebody that you guys are having an ego battle with or having like, or you guys are holding back from. Like this somebody feels like you guys still have maybe unfinished business or something like to say. They have something to say. They're just uncertain about it. So it's a push pull dynamic that you guys are about to either come to like a conclusion with, or you guys are about to really stand up and just assert the boundary and like this is it. This is the end or whatever it be. All right. So it could be with a Gemini, Pisces, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Aquarius, Gemini, Scorpio. All right. So Capricorn, that was y'all reading. Thanks for being here, y'all. Thanks for rocking and rolling. Appreciate the likes, appreciate the support. Y'all have a great day. I don't know if it's warm where you are, but it's cold as hell where I am. So if you anywhere on the East Coast, stay warm. I'm gone.